First off, to add to the welcoming, we wouldn't be here, Delano FANHS, if it wasn't for the Philippine American National Society. So we would like to bring up the president of the national organization, Dr. Judy Patascil.
Good afternoon. I am so proud and honored to come to Delano, the hometown of the love in my life, to greet all of you on behalf of the Filipino American National Historical Society, or FANHS. I thank the FANHS Delano chapter and their active membership, and the Journey for Justice co-author Gail for inviting me to be here. Thanks also as well to Jesse and the book illustrator Andre for including me to share this day in Delano. I am proud to be a part of this significant pilgrimage. I also want to acknowledge and give honor to the Itliong family and to the family of Dr. Don Mabalan. I was telling Darlene I was crying, so I have to not cry when I get up here when I sing. FANHS is a national organization that now has 36 chapters throughout the United States. FANHS Delano was our 35th chapter, chartered in 2015. Our most recent chapter, FANHS Georgia, was welcomed into the FANHS family last month in January 2019. FANHS is the organization that is responsible for declaring October as Filipino American History Month, which is now celebrated throughout the nation. The FANHS mission is to promote understanding, education, enlightenment, appreciation, and enrichment through the gathering, identification, preservation, and dissemination of the history and culture of the Filipino Americans in the United States, or simply stated, to document, to preserve, and to share Filipino American history. The founders of FANHS are Dr. Dorothy and the late Dr. Fred Cordova. They are more affectionately known as Uncle Fred and Auntie Dorothy. Uncle Fred's spirit lives on within each of us, and Auntie Dorothy just turned 87 years old last Wednesday. She still serves on a full-time volunteer basis as our FANHS executive director. FANHS understands the importance of documenting and presenting Filipino American history and the contributions of Filipino American leaders like Larry Itliong and Dr. Don Mabalan. The various FANHS chapters throughout the United States, and especially in California, have worked hard to ensure this history is told, and that our history is also known as American history. Not only is there a school in the Bay Area that is named after Larry Itliong and Philip Veracruz, but the FANHS San Diego chapter was instrumental in naming the Itliong Veracruz Memorial Bridge on the only Filipino-American highway in the nation. The book, Journey for Justice, the life of Larry Itliong, documents the courage and contributions that Itliong made to fight for equality and justice. Larry's passion and persistence and his legacy as a leader of this Filipino-American movement serves as an inspiration. This important book tells a story of one of the most significant American social movements of all time. The farm workers movement inspires each of us to work towards equity and justice for all. Dr. Don Mabalan was our beloved FANHS National Scholar and served on our FANHS Board of Trustees. She was also very passionate about the Filipino-American community, about Filipino-American history. Don was determined to make sure Larry Itliong's story was told. Prior to working on the Journey for Justice book, Don worked diligently to get an NEH grant to finish her book on Itliong. I recall that she asked me to write a letter of support for the grant. Although the grant was not funded, Don did not give up. She then worked with Gail to write and publish this very important children's book, this very important history book. Dr. Mabalan gave so much to FANHS, to the Filipino-American community, to our nation and beyond. She gave in so many ways through her activism, her role as a professor, her scholarly research, and her writings, including our FANHS themes for Filipino-American History Month for the last several years. Filipino American History Month has become so much more popular in many ways because of Dawn, and we became educated about what was the significance of Filipinos in the United States dating back to October 1587. She will be truly missed by FANHS and truly missed by me. I was able to hang out with her in 2017 when we went to Washington, D.C. to receive the Congressional Gold Medal on behalf of our fathers. That was something that will always be a treasure and memory in my heart. May Dawn's brilliance and light always shine bright for us so that we will continue to be inspired to carry on her great legacy and the great legacy of Larry Itliong. The Board of Trustees know that unity is a very important focus of my FANHS presidency. Larry Itliong recognized the importance of unity when he made the first move to join forces with Cesar Chavez and the Mexican farm workers, when he led the vote that took place in this room here. Dr. Don Mabalan also wrote of the importance of working together in unity. Don wrote, "It's my hope that the love, respect, and commitment we feel for our historic community runs deeper than anything that can divide us. As I stand before you in this historic community of Delano, I know Larry Itliong and Dr. Don Mabalan will always and definitely be in our hearts." Thank you.
Hi, I'm going to welcome you guys. Alex is welcome just prior, and then Judy, so I guess it's my turn. How's the food? This is an historic place. This is the place where most things happened when I was a kid growing up. If you're about my age, I'm not going to tell you how old that is, but I'm old. You remember the dances? You remember the little old guys that used to play in the band back here? The social box dances, the social events we had here, our moms dressing us up, but we still fell asleep in our chairs because they would go forever and forever with their pomp and circumstance. This is home to me. And today, I remember my Uncle Larry. I worked for him in high school. He had a little office in Chinatown. It's gone now. But I worked for him for a while, answering the phones and listening to talk to people who would come see him. I learned that you can say F-bombs in front of 16-year-old girls. I didn't know that. So, because when he described something, he described it clearly and with a lot of passion. And sometimes they refer to growers with a whole different sense of the word son of a. It was never gun at the end, okay? But it was fun listening. I tried to learn a lot, but I was 16 and didn't care too much. I was 16. But I look back now and I realize I was there at a moment in his life when he was considering leaving the union at the time. And I was there when he made decisions and talked to people. And I'd answer the phone and it would be someone from DC and I'm like, it's for you. What did I know? I was 16. But looking back now, I realized the history that I lived through, that my cohorts and my peers from Delano lived through, that we all lived through. And I think it's made us as a family in Delano stronger, better, because when we see each other, we're home. Those of you who are visiting us, because you're Filipino, you're home. This is it. Everyone knows where Delano's at, even if you've never been here. It says, oh, I know someone who knows someone who knows someone in Delano. I swear, we're only 3 degrees separated from every other Filipino on the planet.